Hello people, welcome back. The question is from GATE 2009 exam. This one is for 4 marks. We have 2 parts for this question. Each part is for 2 marks. Let me first read the part 1, then I'll solve it. It reads, frames of 1000 bits are sent over a 10 raised to the power 6 bits per second duplex link between two hosts. The propagation time is 25 milliseconds. Frames are to be transmitted into this link to maximally pack them in transit within the link. What is the minimum number of bits, i.e., that will be required to represent the sequence numbers distinctly? Assume that no time gap needs to be given between transmission of two frames. Okay, so they are saying we want to maximally pack the frames within the channel. Read this line. Frames are to be transmitted into this link to maximally pack them in transit. Okay, what is the meaning of this line? Suppose this is a sender and this is the channel which it is connected to. To maximally pack frames in this channel, sender must keep on sending bits continuously. Okay, suppose the first frame is transmitted and the first frame is sent onto the channel. Now the sender must not give any delay. Without waiting for even a few microseconds, start transmitting the second packet. Suppose the first packet has moved here and here you have transmitted the second packet. Okay, now without giving any delay, just transmit the third packet. Suppose both of these packets have moved here. Okay, so this is packet number 1, packet number 2, and here you have transmitted the third packet. That means, in simple words, no empty space must be left in this channel. Okay, so by the time this first frame reaches here, that means by the time first frame reaches to other end of this channel, we must keep on sending frames continuously such that entire channel is now full of frames or bits. Okay, suppose if in between the sender gave some delay, that means some empty space is created. Okay, here we haven't sent any frames. Now we cannot say that it is maximally packed. Okay, to maximally pack it, just keep on sending bits continuously. There must not be any empty space in the channel. Okay, so this sender, it will send first bit. Okay, suppose this channel is empty. Initially, it will send the first bit of first packet. This bit requires how much time to reach here? It will be propagation delay. Okay, propagation delay or propagation time means the time required by any bit to completely pass through the channel. That is given as 25 milliseconds. That means the first bit of first packet will take 25 milliseconds to come out of the other end. For these 25 milliseconds, if the sender keeps on sending bits continuously without any delay, we can say it will be completely full of bits. See, you have sent the first bit propagated here. Immediately you send the next bit. Then both of these propagated and you have sent the next bit. So on. It will take 25 milliseconds for the first bit to reach here. For those 25 milliseconds, you are continuously sending bits at maximum possible bandwidth. In that case, we can say channel is maximally packed. Okay. So capacity of channel is bandwidth into delay. Bandwidth delay product. Bandwidth is 10 raised to the power 6 bits per second. And delay is given as 25 milliseconds. Okay, have a look. Listen carefully. First bit took 25 milliseconds to reach here. I've written 25 milliseconds. For these 25 milliseconds, I am sending bits. If I am the sender, I am sending bits continuously at full capacity. What is the full capacity or maximum bandwidth that I can have? It is 10 raised to the power 6 bits per second. So I've written 10 raised to the power 6 bits per second. At this rate, for this much time I am sending bits. How many bits will be sent? It is 25 It will be 25,000 bits. See, how did I get 25,000? Value of m or milli is 10 raised to the power minus 3. So from 10 raised to the power 6, you will be left with 10 raised to the power plus 3 only. That means 1000. So 25 into 1000 bits per second and second will get cancelled. Okay, I hope you are getting it. Anyways, 25,000 bits means how many frames? 25,000 bits will be equal to 25 frames if frame size is 1000 bits. Okay, so this is also equal to 25 frames. That means the sender will have to send 25 frames in continuity. Okay, first frame, second frame, third, fourth, so on. It is sending frames continuously and it has sent 25 frames. Okay, after sending 25 frames, the first frame will reach to the end of channel. Okay, and the frame that you have right now sent is here. Okay, this is the meaning of maximally packing. Now we don't want any delay between these 25 frames. What are the reasons that sender will give a delay? There are two possible reasons. First reason is a trivial one, that sender does not have any more data to send. Okay, so it will stop sending. Let us just assume that sender has a lot of data to send, because we need to solve this question. Okay, so this is the basic assumption that we need to make. Second thing is, sender does not have any empty space in its window. Okay, see, if window size of sender is 4, it can send 4 frames without worrying about any acknowledgements. Okay, without giving any delay, we can send 4 frames right away. Okay, if window size is 4, suppose window size is 14, you just send 14 frames without worrying about acknowledgements. This is the meaning of window size. In window, we place all the frames that are transmitted but not yet acknowledged. Okay, so do you think any of these 25 frames could be acknowledged? No, because receiver has not yet even received these frames. They are in the way. How can it acknowledge it? Okay, so none of these 25 frames is acknowledged. That means we need to keep all of these frames in window. That also means window must be of at least 25 frames or 25 packets. Okay, now because window is of 25 packets, this means we require at least 25 sequence numbers. So how many sequence numbers are required? 25. With how many bits can we represent 25 sequence numbers? It will be 5 bits. Okay, you can just take log to the base 225 ceiling value. It will be 4 point something ceiling, that is 5. And with 4 bits, you can simply see we can generate 16 combinations, but we need 25. So one more bit is required. Okay, that means value of I is equal to 5. Answer to the first question is 5. Okay, so now let me explain few more things. Before that, let us find the value of transmission time. Okay, transmission time or TT will be length of the packet, which is 1000 bits, divided by bandwidth available, which is 10 raised to the power 6 bits per second. Okay, bits and bits will get cancelled. 1000 divided by 10 raised to the power 6 is 1 upon 1000. That means 1 milli. So 1 milli, and per second can be written as second when taken into numerator. So this comes out to be 1 millisecond. That means this sender requires 1 millisecond to put one frame onto the channel. Okay, each frame has taken 1 millisecond to go onto the channel. We have sent how many frames? 25 frames. That means to maximally pack the channel, for how much time do we need to keep on sending continuously? It is at least 25 milliseconds. That is also clear from here. Okay, because we want to transmit 25 frames, each frame requires 1 millisecond. So total 25 milliseconds will be taken to maximally pack it. Now let us also read the second part of this question. So the second part says, it reads, suppose that sliding window protocol is used with sender window size of 2 raised to the power I, where I is the number of bits as mentioned earlier, and acknowledgements are always piggybacked. After sending 2 raised to the power I frames, what is the minimum time that sender will have to wait before transmitting the next frame? Identify the closest choice, ignoring the frame processing time. Okay. So they are saying sliding window protocol is used. In sliding window protocol, we never worry about receiver size. See, sliding window protocol can be implemented in two ways: SR protocol or go backend protocol. Okay. These are the two practical implementations. Sliding window protocol is a theoretical concept. Here in question, they are talking about a theoretical concept. So we never worry about the receiver window. Okay. Here we only worry about the sender window size. So how many sequence numbers are required? That will depend on the sender window size. If you have 5 bits in sequence number field, if sequence number bit field has 5 bits, earlier we have found out that value of I is 5. They are saying sender sends 2 raised to the power I frames. That means sender window size is 2 raised to the power I. Here we are completely ignoring the receiver window. Okay, receiver window does not require any sequence numbers because question mentions it is sliding window protocol. They are not talking about SR or go backend. Okay, that is the reason all of the 32 sequence numbers can be used by the sender. Okay, 2 raised to the power 5 means 32. 2 raised to the power I is 32. So now this sender, it can send 32 frames. After sending 32 frames, still some more time will be required to get the acknowledgement of this first frame. See, currently we have sent 25 frames. Okay. If you send some more frames and make the count equal to 32, by that time, the first frame will be received and its acknowledgement will be sent, but it will be in the way. It will take some more time to receive here. Only after receiving the acknowledgement of the first frame, you can send a new frame. Because by sending 32 frames, the window is completely filled. Okay. Now only when you get the acknowledgement of some frame, a place will be cleared and you will be able to send a new frame. Okay. So let us see how much time will this first packet's acknowledgement take. Okay. So let me draw one more diagram. I'm erasing this. Have a look. Suppose this is the sender side, this is the receiver side. You have transmitted the first frame. Okay. How much time will it take? Every frame requires 1 millisecond. We have found it out. So in 1 millisecond, this first frame, okay, just don't concentrate here. Now just have a look here. We have sent only first frame. It requires 1 millisecond to be put onto the channel. At this point of time, last bit of that frame was put onto the channel. How much time will this bit require to reach to the receiver? This will require 25 milliseconds because 1 bit delay is 25 milliseconds according to the question. That means after 25 milliseconds, the receiver will receive this entire frame. Okay. 1 millisecond here, 25 here. So it is a total of 26 milliseconds. See, 25 milliseconds are required to maximally pack this channel. Okay. Now after 1 more millisecond, if you send one more frame here, you will put 26 frames into this, but it cannot hold 26 frames. That means this one frame will exit from here. Okay. Its capacity is 25 only. If you put 3 bits extra, 3 bits will come from here after maximally packing it. Now I am saying 1 millisecond has passed. That means an entire frame has been put on this side. So entire frame will come out from this side. Okay. 26 frames have been sent. In these 26 6 milliseconds. Here also you are sending frames. Okay, these are how many? These are 26 frames. And only first frame is received. 25 frames are still in the channel. Now, can you send more frames? Obviously we can send, because window size is how much? 32. We have 5 bits in sequence number. So here we can send how many more packets? 32. Out of 32, 26 sequence numbers have been used, or 26 places in window are filled. So we can have 6 more frames. That means from here you can keep on sending continuously for 6 milliseconds, or you can send 6 frames, one and the same thing, because each frame requires 1 millisecond. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. You have sent 6 more frames. Till now, no acknowledgement has been received, because at this point, receiver receives first frame completely. It is going to prepare an acknowledgement packet that will be of 1000 bits. Please be careful. Question uses the word piggybacking. Piggybacking means acknowledgements are sent along with normal data packets. Okay, don't say its size will be negligible. It is of 1000 bits. That is a normal data packet. So it requires 1 millisecond to be put onto the channel. Okay, and 25 milliseconds for last bit of this acknowledgement to reach here, because any bit for that matter will take 25 milliseconds only. Okay, so this last bit will also take 25 milliseconds. By this time, if last bit of the packet has reached, that means entire packet is received here. So here you have received acknowledgement of first packet. The window was full in this much time only, but now this first packet is acknowledged. That means one empty place is created in the window, so you can send one more packet. Question was asking, for how much time does the sender need to wait before transmitting the next packet? Okay, see, let me read that line once again. Where is it? It says, after sending 2 raised to the power I frames. That means after sending these many frames. So 2 raised to the power I frames are sent at this point. Okay. After sending 2 raised to the power I frames, what is the minimum time that sender will have to wait before transmission of next frame? Next frame can be transmitted after receiving the acknowledgement. That means you can transmit the next frame here. So how much time is the sender waiting for? This much time. Okay. So we need to calculate what is this. This is our answer. So have a look. We have sent 26 plus these 6, 32 frames in total. Okay. It took how much time? 32 milliseconds. Total 32 frames are sent. 32 milliseconds have elapsed. The first frame took 26 milliseconds to reach here. Its acknowledgement took additional 26 milliseconds to reach here. How much total time has elapsed from here to here? It is 26 plus 26, that is 52. So this much time is 52 milliseconds and this much time is 32 milliseconds. So you can see sender will wait for 20 milliseconds. Okay, so this is 20 ms. So answer to second part of this question is 20 milliseconds. Now let me just explain few more things. So okay, let us not erase anything. This is a full duplex link. Okay, it is mentioned in question. That means you have one more such channel here. The data packets from sender to receiver will use this channel, and data packets from receiver to sender will use this channel. Okay, and bandwidth mentioned is 10 raised to the power 6. Please don't divide it by 2. That means half here, half here. No, it is a full duplex channel. Okay, the communications can take place at the same time at this bandwidth. Okay, what else do I need to mention? Okay, let's just analyze it or summarize it once again. See, you took 25 milliseconds to maximally pack it. Now, in 1 more millisecond, you pushed 1 more packet here, okay? And in 25 plus 1, that means 26 milliseconds, the first packet was received, okay? So, a 1000-bit packet requires a total of 26 milliseconds for traveling from one end to other end. That means its acknowledgement will also require 26 milliseconds, okay? It's common sense because the size of packet is anyway same and it is coming from the same channel, so propagation delay and all that stuff will be same. So 26 milliseconds this way, 26 milliseconds this way. It is a total of 52 milliseconds. And you are busy for 32 milliseconds because window size is 32, okay? It is 32. That means you can send only 32 packets without receiving any acknowledgement. So after sending 32 packets, you need acknowledgement to clear some space in window. Okay. When you receive acknowledgement of some packet, it can be easily removed from the window and you have some empty space and new packet can be sent using this space. Okay. Send a new packet, save its copy in that empty space. Okay. So this is all about this question. I hope you understood it. If I missed some point, I'll just add it now. Okay. So I forgot to mention one point. In offline classes, a student had this doubt that receiver might have prepared this data packet already. So we need not waste this 1 millisecond here. It can be adjusted here only. Okay. But you think carefully. See, when you receive this first packet at receiver side, only after that point of time, you will add the acknowledgement on this packet and you will transmit it. This 1 millisecond is for transmission. If you are saying this packet is already being transmitted, then you cannot add acknowledgement on a packet that is being transmitted. So you need to start transmission from this point. Okay. From here, if you begin transmission, it will require 1 millisecond. So this is correct. Okay. 1 millisecond will actually be spent here. And one more point. See, after sending these 32 packets, the sender is not sending data for some time. Okay. During that time, the channel will start becoming empty from this side. Okay. And it will no longer remain maximally packed. But we don't care about this scenario because in question part A was asking, we just need to fill this channel completely once. Okay. For filling it completely once, 25 packets are required. Okay. Anyways, in part 2, we are sending 32 packets. So it will surely be maximally packed. Thank you very much. Have a good day.